Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be able to be here today. My name is Alma Hernandez, or Alma Hernandez. I am the daughter of a carpenter and a factory worker, and I truly credit my parents for instilling the values of our work, with the work ethic and service to community. I have led our community in Suisun City. I currently serve as mayor through some of the most challenging times of our community, whether that was through post-pandemic recovery, addressing homelessness challenges, working through the change of leadership from the change of city manager and city attorney, which were affecting citywide operations, to leading efforts of passing a tax measure, Measure S, that supported our ability to not have to dissolve as a city, to asking bold questions regarding our future, such as would we have the opportunity to explore expanding our city boundaries and what that would look like or not, and to current challenges we're experiencing right now, such as a cybersecurity incident that we've been challenged by since Friday. In addition to leading our city through some of these challenges, I am very much about service for people. So I've also worked to support in bringing resources to my community, such as resource fairs, to bring in mobile clinics, to addressing current concerns around HR1 that's going to affect people's health, as well as their food programs, to assisting families affected by immigration status and their concerns and fears, to supporting youth programs and assisting families who have been affected by fires and being with them in the moment of time that they were being were experiencing such a traumatic event, and being there to support them. My leadership is not just about leading the city, it's about leading people, service, and community, and looking for opportunities to bring resources to continue to uplift the quality of life of the residents who I hope could continue to feel proud to call Suisun City home. Thank you.
Good timing, thank you. Let's go ahead and reset the timer for 5 minutes. At the end of the 5 minutes, any questions, I will let you finish that last question. And then any other questions that are in the chat, we will send to you via email. Okay, so starting the timer. And starting off with, how long have you been a registered Democrat? Have you been a member of another party? And to the best of your knowledge, have you ever endorsed a non-Democrat for office?
I've been a Democrat since I had the opportunity to register to vote when I was 18. I've only been a Democrat. I've never registered for a different party. And there's only one member of the Republican Party I've ever endorsed, which is Mayor Steve Byrd from the city of Dixon, for two reasons. One, my family members who live in the city of Dixon supported his leadership and were concerned about the opposing member. And two, when I became acting city mayor in 2022, he was one of the only mayors in all of Solano County who extended some guidance and mentorship at a time that I was stepping into a role that had been vacated by the previous mayor when they became an assembly member. So that is the only person I've ever supported who is a different party than mine.
Okay. What is your position on California Forever, the California Forever project, and any potential state legislation granting expediting of that project?
Suisun City is not supporting any legislation that expedites anything a part of the process. My leadership is about being able to be a caretaker of a process in front of us. Currently, we're exploring land that is owned by California Forever. They are the landowner. They're the only entity we can negotiate in the east side of Suisun City. And we're currently exploring the opportunity to see would we be able to expand or not. We are waiting for an environmental impact report that comes out this fall to be able to answer more about concerns that I've heard from members of the public, such as questions about transportation or water, as well as addressing desires from other members of the public who are looking for jobs and housing. So my role is to be a caretaker of the process, bring information forward so that we can actually have a better understanding of, is this feasible for the city, yes or no? And if so, what is feasible about it?
Okay. What do you think has been your greatest accomplishment while being mayor?
One of my greatest accomplishments is being able to lead the efforts for the tax measure, which was Measure S. At the time, if we had not been able to pass that tax measure by this year, by 2026, Suisun City would have had to dissolve as a city. I dedicated my life including having to withdraw from my professional job to dedicate all my time and service to be able to lead those efforts. We successfully passed it by almost 73% of voter confidence and approval. And that speaks volumes about the leadership I've been able to bring with my community and the trust about how I continue to help lead efforts around sustainability.
What do you think the biggest challenge for the city of Suisun is going to be for the next 4 years?
It will continue to be our structural deficit, our finances. Though we have put in a resiliency plan in place to look for different ways to diversify revenues into the city, this continues to be the singular issue and challenge that the city will continue to face in regards to how we bring more revenues to support police, fire, public works, resources, help continue to beautify our city and address concerns such as streets and deferred maintenance on our buildings. So this continues, revenue continues to be the singular challenge for Suisun.
Uh, what do you say to those who say urban sprawl doesn't pay for itself?
There has to be an opportunity to look at the way that revenues are brought in by actual development that brings in sustainability to the community that does pay for itself, meaning you can implement certain things like community facilities districts, which the Suisun City implements, so that when new development comes, those developments are part of this facilities district that helps pay for police, fire, storm drain, for example. So there are opportunities to continue to generate revenue, but you also have to be mindful about what you're investing and bringing into your community and how you develop mindfully.
Do you think it is a possibility for Suisun to become part of Fairfield or another city within the next 4 years?
You know, in when Suisun City was struggling with that tax measure in 24, one of the council members from the city of Fairfield posed that to their city manager. And as it turns out, we would in depth it would create greater debt for the current structural deficit of the city of Fairfield. We have about $10 million of dredging costs. We have millions of dollars of deferred maintenance on our streets and deferred maintenance on our building, plus all of our different public services that we need to provide. So it actually would harm another city. So our goal is to continue to uplift our revenues. But if the city would have had to have dissolved, it would have most likely been absorbed by the county and become an incorporated part of the county.